Where is your family roots from in Italy?
So we're from the same province, you and I, our family, but I'm from more inland, and it's more of a village and farmland. So that's why a lot of people, paesani, move to this area of New Jersey, because we have the farms, we have the mountains, we have the sea not far from the ocean in our case, not far from us, and it's really conducive to growing things, the Garden State, right?
Yeah. What about the heritage that you've grown up with, that Italian heritage? What about that is coming to life in this home?
Yeah, so I am finally finding that I'm turning into my mother. I walk through the house.
I love her,
think,
by the way.
Yeah,
That's a good person to turn into.
Yeah, I aspire to. And she spent all of her time in the kitchen, and I learned to cook just by being in the kitchen. And so this here, with the kitchen being open to all the entertaining space, I just feel like the small kitchen I grew up in I'm taking it to another level, and I find myself looking where the sun comes in the best. Where's my garden gonna go? I have fig trees in pots at home from seedlings, or not seedlings, branches, that my mother and father brought over from Italy. And so I have them in spots that I'm going to transplant into the ground here.
So you're saying that you spent summers in Italy.
Yes.
Are there elements of Italian architecture that sticks out in your mind that we brought to this?
Oh, 100%. The smooth curves that we have all around the arches, the courtyard, the fountain. So there are a lot of elements that we were able to incorporate. The fireplace, that was always a mainstay in going to visit. We've been to Italy in the winter months as well. The fireplace was always on, and it was part of the kitchen area. My mother used to cook on that
the fireplace.
Yeah, and so it's nice that I have that element.
Knowing that the entryway is the most important part of the house, I've said it, it's the handshake of the building. What about this entryway meets your vision, or what did you want us to bring to that entryway?
So I love the openness of it. I always have a struggle with walking into a space that feels closed in. So when you walk into the entryway, even the front stoop is just a hint of what's to come. The pattern in the floor of the stoop mimics the pattern of the tile in the entryway. And I really wanted it to feel like Italy.
When I went to Italy with my wife, it was before kids.
Okay.
And I have to tell you, probably one of my favorite memories of my entire life, second to my wedding and my kids being born, was Andrea and I were walking through Venice, and we just heard music, and it was unlike anything. It was almost like Italian punk rock, and I loved music. I was in a band growing up. And as we're meandering, we finally find a gate. And through that gate was a courtyard, and it was like we were clearly the tourists.
Right.
And they allowed us to walk in, and it was a punk rock show. It was probably one of the best nights of our life, and we hung out there, and that moment is something that I've been wanting to replicate my entire life, and I haven't gotten there yet. Does this?
It's so crazy, because you just said that, and that triggered a memory for me.
What is that?
That Rich and I were in Mallorca, and we saw people coming out of this big door, and we were like, what's going on? And they're laughing and spilling into the streets, and we're wondering what the hell is going on here. And it was a public place. We opened the door to find this amazing courtyard filled with tables, a big bar, music, and people, and flowers everywhere. And people were just from all over the world, and they were just enjoying life together, and the music was playing, and everybody was so happy. And so this courtyard really represents that for me.
We as Italians are almost even spoiled,
Right.
because the doors tell the story of the structure. Cathedrals in the Renaissance times would actually show what they're teaching in the church, because people were illiterate.
Right.
Here, we did a very
kind of a mock on that.
Yeah, we did. And it was really important that we have the lake come up to the front door. Were there other things you wanted us to accomplish?
That was so important to me. And then the front door is such a massive front door with so much light. It's glass, and the design is reminiscent of the doors of Italy.
That's right.
And so, and the churches and the way that they arch, the design in the door. And so it really sets the tone. It's your first impression.
Yes.
So it's your first chance to make a good impression. And once you open up that door and get that light and get the lake, it's just, you don't even need to walk through the threshold of the front door to be able to know that, oh, there's a lake back there, there's water back there. So you're immediately getting that sense of what's happening inside.